Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading and the Bruce's Bias Trading Room at Simpler Trading. And today I want to talk to you about Tesla. I run a trading room at Simpler called Bias, and I've been trying to post more videos about some of the trades we're doing in there in the trading room just to show you kind of what it's like. Today we're going to talk about a trade that I just closed in Tesla today. This is Friday, May the 23rd. Had to look. So let's talk about Tesla. Tesla has been, of course, crazy moves, straight up, straight down, chop, chop, chop. There's earnings. And I wanted to get bullish here, going back up. I'm going to give you a very big picture view. This red line is our voodoo line. I thought that's where it was going. So let me zoom in here. I'll show you this is a fairly quick trade that we did. And I want you to think of what you would have done in my shoes in this situation, because this is a pretty cool trade. It worked out, but then it didn't work out. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. We actually entered this trade on, let's see, on the 12th up here, 5/12. So it was actually here. It was on a Friday. It was right here. We got bullish right here when we broke through our this is a tree line, a voodoo tree line, and these lines are a combination of Elliott wave and some Fibonacci kind of thrown in there as well. But we got bullish here, and my target was 350 up here, right? So keep it really simple. I wanted to do something simple. I went out from what day was that? From 5/9, I went to today, 5/23. And I did a very straightforward trade. I did a call debit spread. Check this out. So this trade cost 90 cents. I only did 5 contracts there, so my risk was $450. You see right here, $450. My max profit, see over here, my max profit is $2,050. That's pretty good risk reward. You know, we're going to risk 400 to make 2,000. That's pretty good, right? All Tesla has to do is to be to 350 by today. Well, guess what? It went to 350 a couple days ago. We were pushing it up here the whole time. Everything looked great. As we got closer and closer and closer, there's some math, expected moves, and stuff like that that goes along with it. But I got to a point where I said I don't think it's going to be to get much further than that. And I ended up selling a call credit spread on the upper end like that to bring in more money. And what I did, I sold it for 50 cents. I bought this for 90 cents, sold that for 50 cents, same number of contracts. So what it did was reduce my risk to $200 max. The most I could lose on that trade is 200 bucks. The most I could make was $2,300. It's starting to get pretty interesting now. Look, and guess what? If I overshoot it on the upper end, the most I can lose is $200. Would you risk $200 to make $2,300? Of course you would. That's a layup. So let me look at my chart here. I'm going to pull a different chart up here for you. So fast forward, everything is going great. We had this big flush down here in the overall market. Now this is a chart of Tesla, 20-day chart of Tesla. But this is we've been doing this kind of back and forth stuff, so it didn't totally freak me out, but made me a little worried. We're getting close to the end of the trade. I'm looking at, I want to show you my charts here. I'm looking at, this is just a simple Fibonacci chart, and with Fibonacci levels, this is a daily chart of Tesla. And what I want to show you how accurate this stuff can be. You see these levels here, and actually let me zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to move this to a 1 day. No, actually let me do a 5 day. So this is pretty cool. You gotta check this out. All right. So if I pull up my chart here, if I can find it again, I've got too many monitors over here. All right. So look at this. So now this is a Tesla daily chart. I'm trying to get it all this in here. Now my wife is the Fibonacci princess. You guys probably see her on the internet a lot. But anyway, Tesla daily, she ran this for me. She has support down here at starts at 330, or excuse me, 331 down to 330. If we break through that, then we have support 325 to 327.49. Now these charts are put together before this happens, but check this out. 327.49, we came down to 327.38, pretty close, and it hit and held. Now we have a lot of support down here, which I thought this would hold. So again, I was not totally, freaking out about this trade, but this is a lot of movement straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. A little nerve-wracking here, but we had a lot of support. Thought that would hold. So what did I do? I'll pull the trade back up here, and this is where I want you to see what you might have done. So this was the trade. I bought back this credit spread. Now I had a 385.390. There's 385.390. We bought this credit spread back. I sold it for 50 cents. I bought it back for 4, so that's a profit. And then I moved it down to 365.370, 365.370, like that. I scooted this thing all the way down. And why would I do that? To bring in more money. Now I only got 29 cents. Doesn't sound like a lot. I did 10 contracts here instead of 5, so that is $290. 29 cents times 10 contracts, $290. And let me show you what that looks like. So if we close that upper end, like that, and then we move it down, it gets closer, and we doubled the number of contracts just to bring in more money. Now at this time, this was over the last 2 days. And I'm doing the math, I'm looking at the charts, and I'm like, we're not going to overshoot it over here. But guess what? If we did, you see this pink line? That's our T+1 line. And we start moving up here, we can sell it 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 here. It's still a profit. This is where it goes to 0. Still a profit here, still a profit here, still a profit here, still a profit here. Just goes to 0 here, right? So of course we're going to watch this, right? But check this out, what it does on the downside. Now I have a $70 profit. The worst I can do is make $70. And if we're at 350 where I thought we were going to be, it is a $2,570, see over here, $2,570 win, profit, right? So I'm looking at this today. This is Friday. This expires today, 23rd. Today's 23 May. It expires today. I'm running out of time. This thing's going down. I say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy that upper end. Just buy it back. I sold it for 29 cents. I bought it back for 2 cents. And my goal was to get at least $4.25 for this. So there's $2,500 in there. And once I paid 2 cents for that, so I have $50 at risk. I mean, not $50 profit, excuse me, no loss. You cannot lose money on this trade. The worst you can do is make $50 up here, and the best you can do is make $2,500 up here. So again, this goes back to my question, what would you do? Would you take what you can get? Now the trade has been up $700, $800, $900, that type thing all along the way. But let me show you this. I'll do a 2-day chart here. So yesterday, right here, if I can get all this on here, actually let me do a 1-day, because I want to fit all this on there. Okay, so check this out. Yesterday, we're at 347, which is, there's 340, there's 350, 347 is about right here, right? We are only less than 3 points away from 350. This is max profit. What would you do? Would you take it? Let's say we're up 800 bucks. Do you take 800 bucks, or you wait and try to get 2,570 bucks? Because I thought we would go like this today and we'd be up here and we'd get max profit, right? And this is just a kind of a creative way to manage a trade through the over the life cycle of the trade. We're right there. I decided to hold tight. I want to go for the profit, mainly because I had no risk on the downside, right? Can't even lose money on the downside. So I'm like, you know what? We're so close. We're 3 points away right here. I'm just going to wait. And guess what happened? We got a Trump tweet this morning right there. Before, this light gray is the pre-market. The black section is the cash, the normal market, cash market. So Trump tweet here about tariffs, EU tariffs, and all that kind of stuff. And I actually posted on Twitter. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I'm Trading Bruce on X. I guess I should say Twitter X, Trading Bruce. And I posted. I said, couldn't Trump have waited till after the market closed, or posted this or said this on Saturday, whatever, because that that post basically cost me $2,500. Not real happy about that, but it was a great trade. We have a lot of these kind of trades. We work both sides and all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to show this because it's a really great case study to say, you know, we always second guess ourselves. Should we take profit now? Should we not? There's so much more in it. There's a lot of factors to determine, should you take it or not. And again, I want to walk through that because this is probably a very common thing that goes on with traders. And if you haven't seen ways you can maneuver a trade in your favor, that's one very simple, straightforward way to do it. And again, I try to do this a lot, and either add, if we can add to profit, or if we can take risk off along the life cycle of a trade, that's what we do. So really valuable trade management skills there that you need to know if you're trading at all. And if you want to, of course, if you want to learn more, come see me in the room. This is me. Simpler Trading, again, it is called the Bias Room. We've got a free trial going. I will put a link down here in the description for you guys if you want to check it out and come and trade with me. And we go over all this stuff real time. I post all this stuff live as we go and update during the day with text alerts. And I'm in the trading room as well, and we talk about stuff like that all the time. And why do we want to do this, and what's the reason behind that, and what's your targets, and show me a chart, that kind of stuff. So anyway, it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. So if I can help you guys, let me know. And with that, let me wind it up, and I will be posting more trades soon. Thanks for the time, guys. I appreciate it. Take care.
Without Simpler Trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency. It's one of the things that won me